Perhaps you've seen this video on YouTube. It shows a reunion between a gorilla and his caretaker 5 years after the gorilla was reintroduced into the wild. Clearly, the gorilla remembers him and seems to have a very human-like bond with his former trainer. We wanted to know, is this what it looks like? Can gorillas really form those kinds of strong bonds with humans? To find out, we called Lisa Stevens, curator of primates and giant pandas at the Smithsonian's National Zoo in Washington, D.C.
Great apes are social animals, highly social. They live in groups of extended families, and they certainly have a long period of social development where they're strongly attached to their mothers as well as their siblings and closest relatives. In a situation in which we are raising great apes, they become very attached to their keepers. And certainly the bond with the keeper can mirror the kinds of bonds that they form within their immediate family.
And what about this apparent connection between the gorilla and the human caretaker?
Gorillas share 98% of our DNA, and many of their expressions, especially their expressions of care and compassion, are very similar to ours because we share a very close genetic template. So when you watch the video, you see this strong bond and affection that the gorilla has for this former human caretaker.
I asked Stevens if she's ever experienced anything similar to this in her work with great apes.
I visited a gorilla that I cared for who had moved on to another facility. It was about 3 years after the gorilla had left our zoo. And he clearly recognized me. I was in the visitor space. I wasn't in a behind-the-scenes area. And he used a contact call, a gorilla contact call, and followed me as for the time that I was there within his line of sight. And after I left the area, I could hear him calling for me. So definitely they use contact calls. These are social calls that they would use within the gorilla group, and they will use toward their caretakers. And yes, it's very clear that he recognized me and he wanted to have contact with me.
For Discovery News, I'm James Williams, and that's Extraordinary Gorilla Encounter Explained.